The ground didn't just shake, it swallowed secrets worth billions, locked inside tunnels no one was ever supposed to see. Now think about this for a second. Deep under Iran's deserts and mountains, there isn't just empty space. There's an entire hidden world. Not simple bunkers, full underground networks, built to survive war, avoid satellites, and move weapons without leaving a trace. This wasn't built overnight. For years, Iran invested heavily into these tunnels. Engineers drilled rock using advanced machines, often brought in quietly because of these weren't small passages. Some stretched for kilometers, layered at different depths like a maze. The walls, reinforced concrete, steel frames, shock-resistant design, everything made to handle explosions and even earthquakes. Even the carefully planned. Ventilation shafts were hidden to look like natural cracks in the land. Heat was controlled so satellites couldn't easily detect activity below. In the entrances, some were inside mountains, some under factories, some hidden in places that looked completely normal. But here's where it gets serious. These tunnels weren't empty. Inside, there were storage areas for missile parts, mobile launch systems, fuel reserves, communication setups, and materials connected to advanced military programs. Some tunnels were even to launch missiles directly from underground. The system could activate, fire, and disappear before anyone could react. So this wasn't just infrastructure, it was a backup war system. And then something went wrong. No loud explosion, no breaking news, just small reports, quiet signals. Then suddenly, claims started coming out that parts of these massive tunnels had collapsed. Not surface damage, entire underground sections gone, corridors buried, access points blocked, and whatever was inside trapped. Now here's the thing, tunnels like these don't just collapse randomly. At first, people said it could be natural. Iran sits on fault lines. Small earthquakes happen all the time. But that explanation doesn't fully make sense, because these tunnels were specifically designed for that. Engineers account for seismic activity, flexible joints, reinforced pressure control systems. These are not weak structures. So the question changes. If it wasn't nature, then what was it? One possibility is internal failure. Over time, even strong structures. Think about constant vibration from machinery, from fuel storage, pressure changes in a closed underground system. Now imagine that happening for years. All it takes is one weak point. One section gives in, and suddenly the stress shifts. Then another section, and another, a chain reaction. In seconds, large parts of the tunnel network could collapse. But there's another angle people are talking about. Something more intentional. Sabotage. Modern conflicts don't always happen in the open. Sometimes it's silent and targeted. If someone managed to hit a critical point, either physically or through a hidden operation, it could trigger a collapse from the inside. Even a small blast, placed in the right location, could bring down massive sections underground, without leaving signs above. Some experts even consider cyber-physical interference. If internal systems, like ventilation, pressure control, or monitoring, were manipulated, it could slowly destabilize the structure. No explosion, no warning, just failure from within. And then there's the most risky possibility, the materials stored inside. If there were volatile fuels, chemicals, or sensitive equipment, even a minor instability could trigger internal reactions. Not necessarily a huge explosion, but enough to damage support structures. Silent trigger, a hidden collapse. Whatever the real cause is, the outcome is serious. Because once these tunnels collapse, reaching them becomes extremely difficult. You can't just dig them out easily. At that depth, every movement risks another collapse. Oxygen level, toxic gases build up. Temperatures become unstable. Any recovery attempt becomes dangerous. And inside, no one really knows how much is trapped. Missile components, fuel reserves, possibly high-value technology developed over years, all stuck. This isn't just about damage. It's a strategic problem because systems like these are built as a country's backup plan. If things go wrong above ground, operations continue below. But if the underground system itself fails, that backup disappears, and that creates vulnerability. After the reports came out, information very limited. No clear visuals, no detailed confirmations. Satellite images showed only minor surface changes, nothing dramatic, which raises an important question. If something happened, why can't we clearly see it? Because it happened underground. And things underground don't reveal themselves easily unless someone wants them to. So right now we're left with silence. And that silence can mean two things. Either the situation is still, or something much more sensitive has already been lost. Because when a system designed to survive war fails without a visible fight, it tells you something deeper. It tells you that even the most secret, heavily protected structures are not untouchable. Maybe the real story isn't what collapsed. Maybe the real story is still down there, buried, and no one is talking about it.